For this lesson, we're going to be looking at exponential decay and its real-life applications. So the function that we're going to be using, the exponential function, is almost the same as exponential growth. It's y equals a is your initial amount times your growth factor, which is 1 minus, notice it's a minus since it's decay, r, and that rate must be changed to a decimal, times x, which is your time in years. So let's look at what you must be able to get in your calculator. Be sure you know how to get 2 to the third is equal to 8. With my calculator, I put in a 2, a y to the x, a 3, an equal sign, and I get my 8. Before working these problems, you must be able to get that answer in order for your answers to be correct. So pause the video, make sure you're able to get that. Question number 1 says, a computer valued at $6,500 depreciates at the rate of 14.3% per year. Write a function that models the value of the computer and then find the value after just 3 years. All right, well, let's mark our text. I have a computer, and when I buy it, it is $6,500. This depreciates tells me that it is going to be a decay. I am going to need to subtract. The rate, remember, must be in decimal form, so we are going to move this over, and it's going to be 0.143. Okay, so now let's go ahead and let's write the function. It would be y is equal to, remember, our initial amount is $6,500. We don't need to put our dollar sign. We're going to multiply that times 1 minus 0.143, and we're going to take that to the number of years that we have it. Well, without having enough room, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rewrite this down here, and I will simplify this, and I am going to put in my 3 for my 3 years to find out what the value would be at the end of 3 years, because each year it depreciates. The value goes down. So it's y is equal to 6,500 times, and your rate of growth is going to be 0.857. It's gone down. So all we do is we end up subtracting, and we are going to take that to the third power because of the number of years. Well, I want to make sure that you're able to go ahead and get the answer on your calculator correctly. So we're going to do this first. So put that in your calculator. And when you put that in your calculator, you should get, and you can pause the video if you need to, this is what I should be seeing in my calculator for this problem. You must be able to get this correct decimal. Now, we do not do anything. We leave that in our calculator, and then we're going to go ahead and we are going to multiply that number by 6,500. And when you do that, you end up getting $4,091.25. So after 3 years of you having a $6,500 computer, this is how much your computer would be worth. It depreciates. The value goes down each year. Okay, well, let's look at number 2. The population of endangered birds is decreasing at a rate of 0.75%. Well, that's less than 1% a year. However, it is significant. There are currently 200,000 birds write a function that models the bird population, and then we're going to say, how many birds will there be 100 years from now? Wow. Okay, so let's mark the text. First of all, it's decreasing, so we know we are going to be using 1 minus that rate. And the rate is right here, and it's actually less than 1%. So remember, we move that decimal place over 2 places, so it is 0.0075 is what we will be putting into our formula. How many birds did we start with currently? 200,000. And now, how many are we going to have in 100 years? All right, well, let's see what happens to our bird population. I am going to write the function first. So it's y is equal to, we started at 200,000. There's our initial amount, times, I am going to now write 1 minus 0.0075. And we are going to be taking that to 100th power because we want to know 100 years from now, what would that population be? So I'm going to rewrite it and I'm going to do this one step. I'm going to simplify it. So y is equal to 200,000 times, and when I do 1 minus 0.0075, I get and it's a 0 there, 9925. And remember, it's to the 100th power. So again, what you're going to do now is you have to put this into your calculator. And when you do that, you should get approximately 0.471, and it goes on. If you need to pause this video to make sure you have that, that's great. So now that we have that, we are not going to clear our calculator. We are going to go ahead and we are going to just multiply it times 200,000. And when we do, we will find out how many of these birds will still be around 100 years from now. 94,206 birds will be approximately around. So what's going to happen? This bird population of 200,000 will decrease to only 94,206 birds. If this video was helpful to you today, please add a like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe for more Math with Marcia. See you again soon.